Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you my video on the top 5 reasons why you want to rush the 6 to 7 star monster post game. Now here's a disclaimer: before you rush 6 to 7 star post game, everyone's situation is different. These reasons are relative to your playing environment. In other words, some people got it good versus other people. The playing field for a solo player is much different than a group player. As a pure solo player that will very rarely get roosts, 99% of my gameplay is solo, there's no way I will catch up to a group player. If you have your friends that you can go out with, or 4 to 8 friends where you can paintball Black Diablos and then meet up together, you don't know what it's like to be a solo player. Nor are you playing the game in hard mode because you have friends to play with. That is not hard mode. That is easier mode. But that brings on to even more stuff. So, a player in a large population city has a much higher advantage than a rural player. There's a reason why I have this graphic up. As you see above, that is a rural player. You see one Great Jagras. Below, you see my environment as an urban population player with 50,000+ people. That's a lot. Actually, no, I think it's 5,000 above. Yeah, urban is 5,000 or more people, and that's way more. That's way more spawns than the rural player. So as you see, there's no way that rural player, no matter how hard they tried, will ever catch up to me because I have more spawns. This is a huge problem that needs to be fixed in Monster Hunter now. This further expands to which side of the world you play in. The environment for Japan is much different than the United States. I remember seeing some ridiculous posts where someone was like, oh, Monster Hunter now will be singularly responsible for the rise in tourism in Japan. You're an idiot. You do not know that Pokemon Go, because that person obviously has never played Pokemon Go, has brought in more tourism, way more tourism than Monster Hunter now has. You want to know why? Because Pokemon Go actually has had events. Multiple events, actually. And how do I know? I've been to one. I went to Yokohama, Pokemon Go Fest in Yokohama, Japan. So I've been to Yokohama, I've been to that event, I've seen so many people there, etc. And I've been to Japan 3 times. And I've played in Japan 3 times. If you've never played in Japan, or in the east side of the world like Singapore, etc., you don't know how good they got it. But they got it really dang good. No way I can catch up here as a member of America. But yes, we're not going to be there. Monster Hunter isn't going to be responsible for tourism because there's other games that do it, and Japan is freaking awesome. But unfortunately, with that being said, in addition, luck will always be a factor because rarity 2 to 5 drops are not guaranteed. Rarity 2 to 5 drops are not guaranteed, including Wyvern Gems at rarity 6. So if you are lucky, you'll get your plates right away at 5 or get them really early. Unfortunately, not everyone is as lucky. Combine that with all the factors over there, depending on the above and more factors, your rate of projection may be slower or faster than everybody else. So, I have actual experience playing AR games and other events because of Pokemon Go or other countries, etc., and in different populations. Coming back from the Air Force, I played in Coalville, Utah. I've played in rural places in Las Vegas, Nevada. Not Las Vegas, Nevada, in Nevada in general. But yes, other places I've got it good. So be kind to yourself. You do not have to catch up to everybody else because they got it really good and they don't know how hard it is for players like me that are solo players, or especially rural players that literally have no shot at catching up to me anytime soon in the next year or so. But yeah, that leads us on to our 6 to 7 star post game and the top 3 reasons why you want to rush through this content. And for the first reason, you want to upgrade your weapons and armor faster. The top 5 reason for the 6-7 post game is you want to upgrade your stuff faster. Because there will be points where you hit a roadblock in Monster Hunter now, and that first roadblock is going to be one of the biggest ones, is reaching the post game. So reaching post game, which is 6-star monsters. Little education lesson for y'all. End game is when you finish the story. That's gaming terms. And post game is when you go on to where you finish the story and the extra content. Because you're finishing the story over and over again, that's post game. It's not your opinion, that's the literal definition of gaming. So once you finish the main story of any game, that's the end game. And once you do anything else extra, that's post game. Just putting that out there. So with this being said, you will need refining parts and rarity 5 materials to upgrade a weapon to grade 6 and beyond. So in order for you to get past weapons or armor to grade 6, you need these 2 things. And the only way to do that is to reach 6-star monsters. And if you want to get rarity 5s easier, etc., we're going to cover that later, you need to get to 8-star monsters, or rush through 6-7 to get to 8-star. How fast you progress through post-game is dependent on the factors before, like I mentioned on the slide before, that's dependent on those factors and more. Don't feel like you have to be as fast as others. They likely have a much better playing field than you do. Be kind to yourself. Some of you are like, wow, how's that person at 200 HRP? Well, guess what? That person also can get up out of bed, wake up, and guess what? They have 20 groups available to them. You don't have that. They can also wake up And they have 4 different gathering nodes right around them. They can gather 4 gathering nodes every 3 hours from the comfort of their home. You do not have that. I do not have that. So remember, other people got it good. So be kind to yourself. You can catch up eventually. It's just there's an uneven playing field, and that's just how we're gonna do it if you want to play Monster Hunter now.
We really have to go, so could you help us out? Pretty please?
Maybe he can tell you where to find Luffy.
Tell me where I can find the treasure vault.
Cut it out!
Huh? Who, me?
Don't play innocent with me! You think I don't know how your greedy brain works?
And Nami's greed actually transitions us perfectly to top reason number 4, which is Zenny and Hunter rank points. So there's a huge difference between 5 and 6 star monsters as far as Zenny and Hunter rank point rewards go. 5-star monsters only give 50 Zenny and 80 Hunter rank points. It's really dumb, it's really low, but once you hit the 6-star post game, 6-star monsters you get 100 Zenny and 100 Hunter rank points. So that's double the Zenny and 20 more Hunter rank points. So that's 20 more percent as far as Hunter rank points and more than 100% as far as Zenny. So it doubles. Sadly for 7-star monsters you get only 110 Zenny and 110 Hunter rank points, but that 5 to 6-star jump is so high that you want to get there so that you can take out plenty of 6-star monsters and start racking up all that Zenny, just like a greedy Nami in literally every episode of One Piece, where she will literally trade her friends for treasure. Well, she probably won't do it, but most of the time she will do it. Next, we have top reason number 3. You get more 6 and 7-star monsters on the map, so once you hit the 8-star story post-game, the map will change. As with every time you finish the story, you will see more monsters of higher star tiers. So once you hit 8 stars, as you see, you will see a ton of 6 and 7-star monsters. Most of your map will be 6 and 7-star monsters. This allows you to do everything below. You get to take them out, and you get a lot of Zenny and Hunter rank points, along with other things. This will give you plenty of monsters to get higher tier rarity as well when it comes to materials. So as you see here, when the map changes for the Diablos event, as you see, there are still a ton of 6 and 7 monsters, more so than the other ones, the 5 stars, etc. So you definitely want to get to 6 and 7 stars as fast as you can. Well, within your ability, like I mentioned. So definitely you want to get here as fast as possible. That brings us to top reason number 2, rarity 5 drops. 7-star monsters give the highest chance at getting a rarity 5 drop, outside of 9-star monsters. We're talking about 8-star post story here. Outside of rarity 6 wyvern gems, rarity 5s can be a pain to get. And here are the drop rates for rarity 5s. These are approximate drop rates from a reference in Reddit that I saw. So drop rates for rarity 5 are approximately 3% for 6 stars. So there's a 3% chance of you getting a rarity 5 for 6 stars and 4% for 7 stars. That is not high at all. Even at 8-star monsters, which I think is like 7%, that's anything below like 10% or even 10% is still really low. So you want to get to the 6 to 7-star post game, get to 8-star monsters so that you can go ahead and get plenty of rarity 5s. This is what's going to hold you back a lot from upgrading your weapons from 6, 7, 8, etc. You need those rarity 5s. So as you see here, I get a rarity 5, but yes, you need to get here for that. Last but not least, we have the top reason number 1, rarity 6 materials, the Wyvern Gem Shard. Once you clear 7-star monsters, you can get to 8-star monsters, and defeating any 8-star monster has a chance of dropping a rarity 6 material. According to data gathered, the drop rate for rarity 6 materials at 8 stars is basically 1%. Or to put it blankly, it's 1.4% out of data gathered for 148 kills, which is pretty ridiculous. So out of every 100 kills, you have a chance of getting a Wyvern Gem Shard, which is still really, really low. So even if you do get 8 stars, pray to RNGesus for a rarity 6 drop, because that's just how it is. People will be like, rush to 8 stars and kill them anyways, but unless you get lucky, then you're not even going to get a rarity 6 Gem Shard. But with that being said, good luck on your journey to the 8-star post game. For some of you, you really want to get here. If you're a brand new player, don't worry, you'll get here eventually. There's more updates, there's gonna be more stuff in the future, so you don't want to rush anyways, because the ironic thing is when the December update comes around, and further updates, the thing about it is you're going to have to get the lower rarity materials anyways for those new monsters, and for your new weapons, if you play them. So rushing, there's no point in really rushing. You want to rush through to get to 8 stars, but even like I just mentioned, even rarity 6 wyvern gems are super hard to get. So yeah. I think at 9 stars, it's even only 3%, so yeah. With that being said, good luck on your journey. I hope you guys do get here eventually. Remember, progress at your own pace and don't give in to the FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. Progress at your own pace, you'll get here eventually, don't worry about it. And do me a huge favor, Please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.